And we are live. Yes, yes, we are live. हेलो चैट, हेलो एवरीवन, हाउ यू डूइंग? मैं बस इंस्टाग्राम पे स्टोरी डाल रहा हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड। जो भी लोग आ रहे हैं फटाफट तब तक लाइक वाइक ठोक देना। लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू सी यू ऑल। लेट मी जस्ट पुट आउट आवर स्टोरी ऑफ माय ओन। और अभी लाइट जानी थी,
जी
बहुत
जी।
मन उस टाइम पे। सबसे गलत टाइम पे जाती है भाई लाइट यहाँ पे।
पावर बैकअप तो है ना, डीजी पे चल जाएगा।
आ गया आ गया आ गया आ गया। लाइट आ गई, बट मेरे सारे के सारे लाइट्स रीसेट हो गए पे इसकी आँख।
कोई नहीं, आज इसी में कर पावर चेंज।
क्या कह रहा है?
आज इन्हीं लाइट में कर, येलो लाइट में।
करता हूँ भाई, करता हूँ, एक सेकंड दे मेरे को ना। लेट मी जस्ट वेट फॉर अ फ्यू पीपल टू अराइव। चला गया सब पे, चला गया चला गया चला गया। और ये वाला बटन दबाना था। ये ठीक। मोदी जी यार पॉपअप होते हैं अगर मैं सही से करता हूँ तो, देख रहा है?
ट्रू।
मोदी जी का अपना अलग ही ग्लो है भाई मेरी स्ट्रीम में। दैट इज द थिंग।
जय श्री मोदी जी।
ओह इट्स स्टार्टिंग बॉय। 2 मिनट बचे हैं। आवाज आ रही होंगी आपको पीछे से। नमन तेरे को आवाज आ रही है ना?
गंदा।
नहीं नहीं, मेरे मैं हूँ। इग्नोर इग्नोर, मेरे दूसरे अकाउंट से कर रहा हूँ मैं। यार मेरे से लाइट चली गई। हद है भाई, कितनी लाइट आएगी जाएगी। निच ना करो। मीटिंग पे जाते हैं। ठीक है, दिस वर्क्स। एप्पल इवेंट। रवंत ऐसे शोर आ रहा है थोड़ा सा। गुड मॉर्निंग। देखते हैं इस बार क्या है इनके पास। इस बार देखो। अच्छा साउंड इफेक्ट है, इन्होंने नॉइस कैंसिलेशन डाली है। मेरे को लगा मेरा नॉइस कैंसिलेशन कहाँ से ऑन हो गया।
You're the only one out there, Craig.
लमाओ भाई।
I've got to save my tires.
What for?
I don't know. It's just what they say. If I can just hold this line, I can find
Inner peace.
So glad they put CarPlay in this beast.
व्हाट? कार प्ले इसमें क्या कर रहा है भाई? F1 कार से।
You're losing time on turn 6, Craig.
It's kind of all turns, Tim. F1, baby.
F1।
Yes, F1, baby. Box, box, box.
Okay. Bringing it home. That was supposed to be a quick lap, not a therapy session. But it feels so much better.
Obviously. What the fuck? ज़्यादा cringe हो गया भाई।
Good morning. Welcome to Apple Park. And welcome to WWDC. As you can tell, we're getting ready for the release of F1. This incredible Apple original film premieres in theaters on
मैं जो
June
मूवी
27th,
प्रमोट कर रहे हैं
and
बैठ
we
के।
can't wait for you to see it. F1 is one of the most thrilling, high-energy movies I've ever watched. It continues our commitment to deliver the very best in entertainment, made by the world's most creative storytellers. And we're incredibly proud that Apple TV Plus has once again been ranked #1 in quality programming for 4 straight years. This is
कौन रैंक
truly
कर रहा है भाई इनको?
amazing.
वैसे बात सही है, इनकी क्वालिटी
As
तो
you
है इनके
know,
प्रोग्रामिंग में।
WWDC is a special time of year and an important moment for us to celebrate our global developer community. We believe deeply in providing developers with the newest tools and technologies to help them do their very best work. And there's no better
हेलो
place
चैट,
to
हेलो
do
हेलो
that
हेलो
than
गाइस, लाइक ठोक
WWDC.
देना ज़रूर
Today we'll unveil some
तमीज़ से,
exciting
प्यार
new
से।
innovations. And over the course of the week, we'll take a deeper dive with over 100 sessions, as well as labs led by Apple engineers providing valuable technical and design guidance.
ओके
By presenting WWDC online and for free, we're able to share all
दमन
of
अपना भी
this
काम
with
कर दियो।
millions and millions of developers around the world. The apps that developers create continue to make a profound impact on all of our lives.
यस सी,
And these
तब भी तुम इतना ज़्यादा
experiences are
कट
going
लेते
to
हो
get
उनसे,
even
शर्म नहीं आती?
better with some big announcements for all of our platforms. So to get us started, here's Craig.
अरे नहीं 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 ज़्यादा म्यूजिक, ज़्यादा कॉपीराइट हो जाएगा साला। हेलो 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 हेलो, कॉपीराइट हो जाएगा, कॉपीराइट हो जाएगा। आई हैव टू स्पीक राइट नाउ कॉन्स्टेंटली ड्यूरिंग दिस।
We have so much to cover today. I'm going to start with two things that are foundational to our platforms.
Obviously.
First is Apple Intelligence. Last year, we took the first steps on a journey
एप्पल
to bring
इंटेलिजेंस भैन
intelligence
जो
to
धक
its
दिया इन्होंने
most
एप्पल
useful
इंटेलिजेंस में, उसका
relevant
उसका
for
कुछ
you.
नहीं।
Like writing
घुटनों
tools,
में है भाई
available
एप्पल का
virtually
इंटेलिजेंस।
anywhere
सही
you
में।
type. Genmoji and image playgrounds.
जेनमोजी इतना टट्टी है ना, इमेज प्लेग्राउंड भी, मैंने दोनों यूज़ करे हैं।
So you can remove distractions from your photos, and visual intelligence, which builds on Apple Intelligence so you can easily explore your surroundings. Apple Intelligence also made it easy for you to find a photo or video just by describing it in natural language. Create a
Achha.
memory movie with a simple description. Summarize emails, notifications, and notes to quickly get the gist. Craft your response with a single tap using Smart Reply, and more. And we delivered all of this while taking an extraordinary step forward for privacy in AI with private cloud compute. which extends the privacy of your
एक भी
iPhone
चीज काम नहीं
into
करती
the
इनकी।
cloud, so no
बकचोदी
one else
मारते
can
रहो एप्पल के
access your
साथ।
data, not even Apple.
हद है भाई।
We also introduced enhancements that make Siri more natural and more helpful. And as we've shared, we're continuing our work to deliver the features that make Siri even more personal. This work needed more
making
time
it
to reach
shittier?
our high-quality bar, and we look forward to sharing more about it in the coming year. This year, we're
Obviously.
expanding the languages supported by Apple Intelligence. We're making the generative models that power Apple Intelligence more capable and more efficient. And we're continuing to tap into Apple Intelligence in more places across our ecosystem. Throughout today's presentation, you'll see new Apple Intelligence features that elevate your experiences across iPhone, Apple Watch, Apple Vision Pro, Mac, and iPad. Plus, this year, we're doing something new, and we think it's going to be pretty big. We're opening up access for any app to tap directly into the on-device large language model at the core of Apple Intelligence with a new Foundation Models framework. This gives developers direct access to intelligence that's powerful, fast, built with privacy, and available even when you're offline. We think this will ignite a whole
Offline
new
model
wave
लेके आ
of
रहे हैं भाई ये
intelligent
लोग।
experiences in the apps you use every day. For example, if you're
अपना
getting
अच्छे
ready
mic
for
पे
an
बैठ भाई,
exam,
धवन तेरी
an
आती
app like
जाती रहती है
Kahoot
आवाज।
can create a personalized quiz from your
Bad
notes to
experience
make
भाई।
studying more engaging. And because it uses on-device models, this happens without cloud API costs. Or perhaps you're camping off-grid, poring over the hikes you downloaded to All Trails. Just describe what you're in the mood for, and All Trails can use our on-device models to suggest the best option. We couldn't be more excited about how developers can build on Apple Intelligence to bring you new experiences that are smart, available when you're offline, and that protect your privacy. Now, there's another piece of our platform story this year, and it's a big one. In fact, it's the kind of project that only comes along about once per decade. It's a gorgeous new design that feels
Obviously
effortless
new
to
design
use.
भाई।
Our last major
New design,
redesign
boys।
was iOS 7.
Glass morphism ला रहे हैं ये
Then,
लोग।
we were inspired by the recent emergence of Retina displays and the amazing power of our A6 silicon. Well, a lot has changed. Apple Silicon has become dramatically more powerful, enabling software materials and experiences we once could only dream of. And our
Yeah, man.
devices have become even more vital to our daily lives, with more apps available than ever. Our products are also more frequently
सब
being
में glass
used
morphism
together
लेके
as you
आएंगे ये लोग।
move across them throughout your day. The stage is set for something new that will enable great experiences for years to come. Let's take a look.
कुछ कह रहा था धवन? आवाज नहीं आ रही। अच्छे क्या माइक से आ भाई।
Software is the heart
बकचोदी
and
कर
soul
रहा।
of our products. It brings them to life, shapes their personality, and defines their purpose. At Apple, we've always believed it's the deep integration of hardware and software that makes interacting with technology intuitive, beautiful, and a joy to use. iOS 7 introduced a
धवन भाई
simplified
शोर आ रहा है यार
design
तेरी साइड
built
से
on
धवन
distinct
भाई।
layers, smooth animations, and new colors. It redefined our design language for
Thank you.
years to come. Now, with the powerful
Laptop
advances in
से
our
आया हुआ है।
hardware, silicon, and graphics technologies, we have
Guys,
the
let me just turn
opportunity
on the
to lay the
lights.
foundation for the next chapter of our software. Today, we're excited to announce our broadest design update ever. Our goal is a beautiful new design that brings joy and delight
Glass
to
का time
every
आ गया
user
finally।
experience. One that's more personal
सारे
and puts
icons
greater
redesign
focus
कर
on
रहे हैं
your
ये लोग।
content, all while still feeling instantly familiar.
Yeah,
And for the
glass
first
morphism।
time, we're introducing a universal design across our platforms. This unified design language creates a more harmonious experience as you move between products while maintaining the qualities that make each unique. Inspired by the physicality and richness of visionOS, we challenged ourselves to make something purely digital feel natural and alive, from how it looks to how it feels as it dynamically responds
Yeah,
to
Chad,
touch. To achieve this, we began by rethinking the fundamental elements that make up our software. And it starts with an entirely new, expressive material we call liquid glass.
ग्लास
With the
मॉर्फिज्म
optical
को लिक्विड
qualities
ग्लास
of
बोल रहे हैं
glass
भाई, शर्म नहीं
and a
आती है, कोई चीज में
fluidity
रीब्रांड कर
that
देते
only
हैं.
Apple can achieve. It transforms depending on your content or even your context and brings more clarity to navigation
Looks pretty, I
and
say, yes.
controls. It beautifully refracts light and dynamically reacts to your movement with specular highlights. This material brings a new level of vitality to every aspect of your experience. From the smallest elements you interact with to larger ones, it responds in real time to your content and your input, creating a more lively experience that we think you'll find truly delightful. Elements once considered for rectangular displays have been redesigned to fit perfectly concentric with the rounded corners of the hardware. This establishes
Nice.
greater harmony between our software and hardware, where thoughtfully considered groups of controls free up valuable space for your content. Liquid glass is translucent and behaves just like glass in the real world.
Nice,
Its color is
nice,
informed by your
nice.
content and intelligently adapts between light and dark environments. And as a distinct functional layer that sits above your app, the material dynamically morphs when you need more options or as you move between views. We've applied the
ग्राफिक
same
हेवी नहीं हो
dynamic
जाएगा ये
nature
थोड़ा सा?
across other experiences. Instead of taking over your whole display, alerts appear from where you tap. Context menus expand into an easily scannable list.
Who knew?
When you
Apple has
scroll,
invented
Tab bars
pop-ups.
shrink to elevate what's in front of you, and they instantly come back the moment you scroll up. Your entire experience becomes more intuitive, from navigating apps to system experiences, like the lock screen, notifications, and control center. App icons have been crafted with multiple layers of liquid glass and come to life in light mode, dark mode, colorful new tints, or an all-new clear look. The new design extends to the dock and even to your widgets, giving you an entirely new way to personalize your experience. We've always cared deeply
देखने में तो
about every
सुंदर है वैसे।
detail of our software design. And it's these moments of beauty, craft, and joy that bring our
Must be a
products to
fucking
life.
pain to make this shit.
Our new design blurs the lines between hardware and software to create an experience that's more delightful than ever, while still familiar and easy to use. Today marks an exciting and beautiful new chapter for our design, one that sets the stage for our next
no,
era of our
anything.
products and how you interact with them every day.
Can't hear you, Dhawan.
We are so excited about this beautiful new design and the way it brings greater consistency to our
Glass morphism
platforms,
लेके आए हैं बस और क्या?
which also gives us an opportunity to bring greater consistency to the way we name
थोड़ा
them.
पास से बोल भाई, जोर से
We're
बोल.
unifying our version numbers across all our platforms. Our
Obviously.
releases for the fall that will power us through the coming year, 2026, will be version 26. Today, we'll be taking you through all these, starting with iOS. iOS 26
iOS
is
ka time,
packed
boys,
with
iOS
intelligent
time.
experiences, meaningful improvements to the things you do every day, and a new design where we've also refreshed a number of system experiences and apps. Let's dive in, starting from the moment you pick up your phone with the lock screen and home screen. The lock screen has been updated with the time and controls now made of liquid glass. And swiping up to your home screen is even more delightful with this beautiful glass edge and a new sense of responsiveness. We've crafted app icons from liquid glass. It makes them feel fresh while
Sure
keeping
you
them instantly identifiable. And it allows them to adapt. Whether you use dark mode or one of our entirely new styles, like our all clear look.
Clear
Let's
look
jump
is cool,
back to
but
the
हर ऐप
lock
पे नहीं
screen
चलेगी, एक तो
so
dark
you
mode
can
में नहीं चलता.
see how we've made
Hey, Gaurav.
wallpapers more
How you doing, buddy?
dynamic. I'll switch to my photo shuffle wallpaper.
हर चीज glass, but कुछ apps पे चलेगा कुछ पे नहीं. ओए ये तो Glenco है.
Watch as I switch images. The time now fluidly adapts
Cool.
to the available space. Its San Francisco typeface has been
That is
uniquely
cool.
crafted to dynamically scale the weight, width, and height
Eh,
of
bhai,
each
Indian
numeral
chips के पास
in order to
explosion
nestle
हुआ है? What?
into the scene.
Chat big
And
breaking,
it
just give me a
doesn't
second.
just adapt to the subjects of my photos. It also keeps the best part of my photo in view as new information comes in.
It seems like
a
something has
message from a
happened.
friend or an email from a colleague. And there's more. We love using personal photos as our lock screen wallpapers. Let me switch to another wallpaper to show you.
धवन अपना माइक
With
ठीक कर भाई
advanced computer
यार.
vision techniques running on the neural engine, we generate a spatial scene from your 2D photos, creating a delightful 3D effect, bringing your favorite memories to life as you move your iPhone in your hand. Now, there's one last touch I
केरला
really
कोस्ट
love
में
when I'm
एक्सप्लोजन हुआ
listening
है
to
शिप के
music.
पास.
I can tap here
थोड़ी पुरानी
and
न्यूज़ है
you'll
भाई.
see there's this
New नहीं है
gorgeous
ये.
new way for artists to show off their album artwork. The animation interacts beautifully with the glass of the playback controls. Really nice. With gorgeous
We'll come
liquid
back to this,
glass
buddy.
that fluidly adapts, our captivating new spatial
We'll come back
scenes,
to this, Gaurav.
and our reimagined now playing
We have
experience,
other news also.
the
We'll talk about
iconic
that.
lock and home screens are more personal and expressive than ever. Next, let's talk about another essential part of the iPhone experience: camera. With so many great features, it can sometimes be difficult to find the ones you want, especially when rushing to capture a shot. With iOS
Camera में क्या कर रहा है
26,
भाई?
we're giving camera a new, more intuitive design. A
Obviously.
simplified and streamlined design elevates the two capture modes that you use most: photo and video. And all the powerful features that you love in camera are just a tap away. For example, just swipe your finger left or right to reveal additional modes like cinematic mode or portrait mode. And a simple swipe up lets you easily reach all your settings like aspect ratio and timers. And it's easier to change formats. All the options become visible with a single tap. So you can quickly switch to 4K when you want to capture every detail. When you view your captures, the Photos app takes advantage of the gorgeous new design. Many of you missed using tabs in the Photos app. Photos now features separate tabs for library and for collections, where you'll find your favorites, your albums, and easy access to search. And the stunning 3D effect that you saw in the lock screen is available in Photos, so you can experience any of your photos as an incredible spatial scene. In Safari, we've kept familiar elements while creating a more immersive experience. Web pages now flow edge to edge to the very bottom of the screen, enabling you to see more of the page. The tab bar has been redesigned to float above the web page and surfaces frequently used actions like search and refresh. With a tap, liquid glass controls fluidly reveal other actions. As you scroll, the tab bar dynamically shrinks to put your content front and center. These dynamic controls also look great in FaceTime. When on a call, your most important controls now float on the bottom right and seamlessly recede when you don't need them. We've also reimagined the FaceTime landing page. It's now a space that celebrates your closest relationships with beautiful, personalized contact posters. Video messages play as you scroll, so you can preview special moments that you may have missed.
Snapchat story
This
ले आए ये
updated
लोग.
experience also extends to your car with CarPlay. To tell you more, here's Emily.
The CarPlay को लेके I'm actually excited because that's one thing I use the most in my phone.
CarPlay is the smarter, safer way to use your iPhone while you drive. It's used over 600 million times per day, and it's a must-have feature all over the world. We have some great updates this year to make CarPlay more beautiful and even easier to use. With iOS 26, the new design extends into the car for a consistent, expressive experience while you drive. It brings updates across the whole system, including icons that look great in light or dark mode. We've also added new features to help keep you connected while driving.
In dark mode at all.
Like a compact design when you get a call, so you can still see what's on the screen, like your upcoming directions.
Finally.
Along with tapbacks and pinned conversations in messages. iOS 26 also gives you widgets in CarPlay. They're quick and glanceable ways to get information, which is perfect while driving, as well as live activities, so you can stay on top of what's important to you, like a friend's flight status, all done in a way to help you stay focused on the road. For developers, the same widgets and live activities that you've developed for iPhone work in CarPlay.
कौन ही यूज करेगा भाई CarPlay के लिए? I want to push CarPlay a lot, probably because उनकी खुद की भी कार आ रही है ना.
And for the ultimate CarPlay experience, All of these updates also come to CarPlay Ultra. It's the very best of iPhone and your car.
What?
With a unified and consistent experience across all the driver's screens. The first vehicles launched last month, bringing new ways to interact
CarPlay
with
fucking
features
Ultra?
of your car. CarPlay Ultra lets you choose the layout and design of the most important information for you, and adds vehicle controls for features like the radio and climate right in the CarPlay experience. This is just the start of the CarPlay Ultra journey, with many more brands around the world working to bring this experience to market. We're so excited to work with different automakers, combining their unique look and feel, as well as vehicle features, with the power of iPhone. And now, back to you, Craig.
Oh भैया आओ मेरे क्रेग भाई
So that's a quick look at some of the ways that
गाड़ी
new
इनको
design
पुश करनी है ना भाई
elevates your
अपना ना
experiences.
वॉल्यूम बढ़ा
Of
लेता हूँ
course,
काम कर मैं तेरी
this is
साइड से
just
बढ़ा
the
लेता
start.
हूँ यहाँ से
iOS 26 also
यहाँ
has
से
a
डबल कर
number
दिया
of
तेरा वॉल्यूम
updates
कुछ
that will
बोलियो
help you communicate, stay connected, and express yourself. To tell you more, here's Darren.
भाई गाड़ियाँ इसलिए दिखा रहे हैं क्योंकि इनको अपनी खुद की गाड़ निकालनी है ना उससे पहले कारप्ले टेस्ट कर रहे हैं सॉफ्टवेयर बना रहे हैं अपने खुद के
The phone app is fundamental to the iPhone experience. So
तेरा
anything we
माइक को
can
क्या हो
do
गया
to
था
make it
भाई
easier to use can have a big impact. This year, we're giving you the option to choose a new unified layout.
लैपटॉप पे देख
that
तो
brings
कनेक्टेड
together
कौन
your
सा माइक
favorites,
से है
recents,
बॉटम में
and
एरो में
voicemails.
जाके
So your most used features are right at your fingertips without having to switch views. Your favorites stay front and center, so you can start a call with just a tap. Your
हाँ एप्पल
recents
कार
and
पे वर्क कर रही है भाई दे
voicemails
हैव
now
बीन
appear in a
वर्किंग ऑन अ
single
सेल्फ
convenient list
ड्राइविंग
below,
स्लैश
so you
स्मार्ट
can
कार
easily
फॉर अ
scroll
लॉन्ग
to
टाइम
see
नाउ
who
उनके अभी तक
reached
बनी
out
नहीं
and
है
what
सही
they
से
said. And with Apple Intelligence,
हाँ
new
ये
voicemail
प्रॉब्ली
summaries
कैंसल्ड
help
इट तो उन्होंने
surface the
इसका
most
सॉफ्टवेयर
important
सिस्टम सारा
information.
कार प्ले में लाने की कोशिश कर
And
रहा
at the bottom, your contacts and the keypad are still just a tap away. This new intuitive layout makes it easier to navigate the app while feeling instantly familiar. We're also introducing a new way to help eliminate distractions like unwanted calls, which can get in the way of picking up the important calls we're waiting for. Now, when you receive a call from an unknown number, call screening helps you quickly gauge whether it's something important or just another pesky telemarketer.
ट्रू कॉलर अपना खुद का ला रहे
Building on
हैं
live voicemail, call screening automatically answers calls from unknown numbers, silently in the background. Once the caller shares their name and the reason for their call, your phone rings.
दिस इज गुड दिस इज
You can view their response
समथिंग आई लाइक
and pick up or ignore.
हाँ बाहर अच्छा फीचर है यहाँ पे तो कॉल स्क्रीनिंग या फिर वॉइस
We have
मेल में जाता है ना
another great
इंडिया में तो
experience
लोग को समझ
to
ही नहीं
help
आते
you on
थे
your
फोन ही
least
काट देते
favorite kind of call. One where you're put on hold. We know how frustrating it is to be stuck on hold for what feels like forever just to finally speak with a live agent. Well, get that time back with Hold Assist. With Hold Assist, the phone app can keep your spot in line while you wait for a live agent.
ओके
Next time you're stuck on hold, whether it's because you're changing your flight or dealing with utility bills, the phone app automatically detects hold music and asks if you want it to wait for you. When you tap hold, the music stops, but the call stays connected. So you can keep using your iPhone or even put it away and go about your daily routines.
नॉट बैड
Don't worry. Once a live agent becomes available, we'll ring you to return to the call and let the agent know that you'll be there shortly. So those are the exciting updates to the phone app. Another way we stay connected
Man,
on a
this is
daily
going to be
basis
long.
is with messages. Messages provides a shared space to express ourselves with the people that are closest to us. This year, we're giving you an exciting new way to bring personality to those shared spaces with backgrounds. When you select
Wow,
a background,
amazing.
it appears for everyone in the conversation to enjoy.
इट वाज
We have a
sarcastic
variety
chat by
of
the way
dynamic built-in
क्या कह रहा है
backgrounds
कुछ
to
धवन
choose
बोले
from,
तू
or select one of your own photos. And with Apple
भाई तेरे
Intelligence,
माइक को
you
क्या हो
can
रहा है मेरे को तो
even
ये
generate
समझा
your
पहले
own backgrounds in Image Playground. Next, let's talk about
सिलेक्ट
group
कर भाई
chats.
अपने माइक को सही
Group
से
chats are home to so many age-old questions, like what
then
weekend is
stay in the
everyone free?
chat Arpit stay
Instead
in
of
the
dealing
chat
with a flurry of responses, we're introducing a delightful way to visualize what the people want with polls. You can create a poll for anything. And with Apple Intelligence, messages can detect when a poll might come in handy and suggest one. Like if someone asks, where should we stay for our annual trip? And when your more particular friends don't like the options, anyone in the
अब
group
ठीक है
can
भाई।
contribute new ideas. Then watch as the votes roll in live. And groups are getting even better with Apple Cash. Now you can request, send, and receive Apple Cash to settle up on concert tickets or the dinner bill right from the group chat. We're also bringing a highly requested feature, typing indicators for your group chats, which lets you know who is about to chime in. We can't wait to bring you these exciting updates to group chats.
I think it's chota arpita bhai.
Just like in the phone app, we're bringing screening tools to messages that help you eliminate distractions. New on-device spam detection gets spam out of your way. And for even more control, we're introducing the ability for you to screen new senders. So your messages go from this, a list cluttered with spam and unknown numbers, to this, giving you total control over who appears in your conversation list. Unknown senders appear in a dedicated area where you can decide if you want to mark the number as known, ask for more information, or delete. Until you accept, messages from unknown senders will remain silenced and won't appear as notifications. Even with unknown senders turned on, you'll continue to see important time-sensitive messages, like your table is ready, or a verification code. We're excited for another big year for messages. And now, to tell you how Apple Intelligence is unlocking new ways to communicate, here's Leslie.
This year, we're making everyday conversations more fun and more seamless. First, there are more ways to create the perfect emoji. Now, in addition to turning a text description into a Genmoji, you can mix together two emoji to create something new, like a sloth and a light bulb, for that moment when you're the last one in the group chat to get the joke.
This is so shit.
You can even combine emoji with descriptions.
Apple का सबसे खराब feature है भाई
Genmojis. Friends
Genmojis.
over for karaoke night, you can mix a woman emoji with a microphone and add a sequin jacket. And when you're making images inspired by family and friends using Genmoji and Image Playground, you have even more control. You have the option to change expressions, like making your friend look shocked or making them laugh. You can also adjust things like hairstyle,
Creepy as
so
shit.
the image matches your friend's latest look. And in Image Playground, you can now make images using ChatGPT. In addition to existing styles like animation or sketch, you have new ChatGPT styles, like an oil painting style for your friend's contact poster, so you can see her elegant portrait every time she calls. And for moments when you have a specific idea in mind, tap any style and describe what you want, like a realistic image for a baby shower invitation. Image Playground sends your description or photos to ChatGPT and gets you a unique image. You're always in control.
This is the
and nothing is shared with ChatGPT
feature by
without
Apple.
your permission.
एकदम काम नहीं करते ये.
And for developers, you can integrate these new capabilities into your apps with the Image Playground API. Now let's talk about a feature we're building across our communication apps: translation. There are moments when you'd like to express an idea, question, or feeling, but a language barrier gets in the way. To help you communicate across languages, we're introducing live translation. With Apple Intelligence, live translation can translate conversations on the fly. It's integrated into Messages, FaceTime, and Phone. And it's enabled by Apple-built models that run entirely on device, so your personal conversations stay personal. For instance, in Messages, live translation can automatically translate text for you.
दमन तू तो Apple shell नहीं है पर तूने MacBook use करा है. तेरे को कैसा लगता है इनका सब कुछ?
MacBook best है, बाकी सब टट्टी है भाई.
Each text can be instantly translated for you.
I agree.
सबसे पहले तो बैक बटन डालो भाई. बैक बटन डालो भाई iPhone.
भाई बैक बटन consistent नहीं है ना? That is the problem. In some apps it's from the bottom, some apps में left gesture, some apps में right gesture, some apps में top पे है.
सबसे चूतिया पा लगता है भाई मेरे को. बैक बटन डाल दो फिर सब ठीक
Your
है.
words are translated as you talk, and the translation is spoken out loud for the call recipient.
सही में भाई.
Hi, are you available to cater a wedding on December 6th?
Hallo, sind Sie für eine Hochzeit am 6. Dezember verfügbar?
As they respond, you can hear a
Live
spoken
translation डाल
of
दिया
their
उन्होंने.
voice.
Ah ja. Ich würde mich sehr freuen.
Not bad. तू यूरोप जाएगा तो काम आएगा तेरे ये.
Ah yes, I would be very happy to help you.
This works seamlessly, even when you call someone who doesn't have an iPhone. For developers, it's easy to enable live translation for calls within your communication apps with a new API. So that's live translation. a powerful communication tool, whether you're traveling abroad, collaborating at work or school, or simply catching up with the people who matter most to you. And now, back to Craig.
Beyond making it easier to stay connected, we're also improving some of the Apple services you enjoy using on iPhone.
Oh yeah,
To tell
Craig.
you all about them, here's Kathy.
Tell me more, Craig.
Apple Maps तो नहीं चलने वाला भाई.
तेरे यहाँ पे कोई यूज करता है एप्पल मैप से? वो तो वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज है, राइट?
मैंने तो ठीक है कुछ लोग करते हैं
Let's
Apple
start
Maps.
with Apple Music. We're making it easier to fall in love with music from all around the world. First, we're adding lyrics translation to help you understand the meaning behind your favorite songs. And lyrics pronunciation, so everyone can sing along to the music
Not bad.
regardless of language.
Not bad.
We're also introducing
You're not
Auto
a-
Mix, which uses
मैं यूज
intelligence
करता हूँ ना
to
एप्पल
seamlessly
म्यूजिक, so
mix from
it's
one
not
song
bad.
to the next, like a DJ, time stretching and beat matching at the perfect moment.
ऑटो मिक्सिंग भी अच्छा है to do in workouts and everything.
And finally, we're making it faster and easier to get to the music you're into right now. With music pins, just pin your
Finally,
favorite artist,
redesigns.
album, or playlist to the top of the library.
Their app
Those
UI
are
is
just
so
some of the
shit.
updates coming to Apple Music. Next, let's talk about Maps.
This guy I
In
don't care.
iOS 26, your
No one
iPhone
uses it
can
in
better
India.
understand your routines to improve your daily commute and help you remember great places you've been.
जो मेरा एक और पिक्सल डेड हो गया भाई. मेरे मॉनिटर में 2 पिक्सेल्स डेड हो चुके थे, को पता है?
And work.
ते हैं जो
And
टट्टी
we
है
often have
सर.
a favorite route with quick stops along the way, like dropping the kids off or grabbing a cup of coffee. Your iPhone will now learn your preferred routes and offer them in Maps alongside other options. If your routine changes, your iPhone will adapt to it. And with the Maps widget, you can check your commute before you leave, so you can get an idea of how long it
Wow,
will
so
take.
what Google Maps were doing
If there's
5 to
significant
10 years
delays,
ago, it's already
Maps will
it's
send you a
now
notification
finally doing
with
it.
alternate route options,
Great,
even if you
great
didn't start
fucking Apple.
directions. So when you have
You
that
finally
important
did
meeting,
it.
you won't
You
be
finally
late
did what
due to an
Google was
unexpected
doing
slowdown.
10 years ago.
If you've ever wanted to return to a great local business or park you went to in the past, or recommend it to a friend, but just can't remember the name, we're introducing Visited Places. You can choose to have
my
your iPhone
God.
detect when
Wow.
you're somewhere, like a restaurant,
There is a
shop,
map
and then
history.
visit
Google में
places
कब
in the
से है
Maps
भाई?
library.
Exactly.
Or simply search
What?
and share with a tap.
भाई क्या
Your Visit
चूतिया
Places
काटते हैं
are
भाई
easy
अगर
to
एप्पल वाले
delete
ना.
with a swipe, and are protected with end-to-end encryption, so even Apple can't access them. That's a
Oh,
quick peek
okay, for
at
sure.
Maps. Next,
Apple का
Wallet.
access.
Wallet तो again
Apple
मेरे
Wallet
इंडिया
helps
में काम
make your
करता नहीं.
day-to-day interactions with the physical world that much easier. Car keys in Wallet.
I
provide
wish
an
it
easy
worked,
and
man. I
secure way
wish it
to
worked.
lock, unlock, and start your car
In
with
India.
your iPhone or Apple Watch.
I hope they're bringing it to
Adoption by
India.
automakers continues to grow rapidly, with over 20 brands already
I would
offering
like
car
मेरी
keys in
कार ऐसे
Wallet,
ठक करके
and
मेरे
13
उससे
more
खुल जाए
coming
बहुत
soon,
बहुत से.
including Acura, Porsche, and Tata.
टाटा
Now,
ई भी ले
let's talk
टाटा
about
लेके आ रहा है
IDs.
एप्पल वॉलेट.
With driver's
What?
licenses
एक
and
second?
wallet,
एक
we've
second?
created the most private and
That
secure
is exciting,
way
Dhawan.
for you to present your identity. They're currently available in 9
Tata
states,
is making
plus
car
Puerto Rico,
keys,
with
Apple
more to
key.
come.
That's cool.
And starting this fall, you can create a digital ID with your U.S. passport. While not a replacement for your physical passport, digital ID can be used for domestic travel at supported TSA checkpoints, in apps, and in person, where age and identity verification are required. And while at the airport,
बिल्कुल भाई
you'll
तुम पूरा
appreciate
डेटा ले लो
refreshed
बहन
boarding passes and
ये
wallet,
डेटा
which
कहते
now
तो है
include
कि नहीं लेते
convenient
बट हमें को
access
ज्यादा
to Indore
विश्वास है
mapping
नहीं.
that gets you around the airport quickly. Find My to track your bags right from the boarding pass, and shareable live flight status, so loved ones can keep track of when you are landing. Next, Apple Pay, the easiest way to pay with privacy and security built in. Used by hundreds of millions of customers, it truly is a magical way to shop. And we're adding more convenient
हमारे
ways
उसको
for
पेटीएम
you to
कहते हैं.
pay.
It's a better way
In
to
addition
shop.
to using rewards and installments while shopping online with Apple Pay, you can now choose to redeem your points or pay with installments when you shop in person. Wallet is also the best place to track your Apple Pay orders. With Apple Intelligence, Wallet can now identify and summarize
Wow,
order tracking
order
details
tracking,
beyond your
buddy.
Apple Pay orders. It will find emails sent by either merchants
Wow,
or delivery
amazing.
carriers and conveniently pull together your order details, order progress
Basically, it
notifications,
will
and
create
more.
a
All in
financial
one place, right in Wallet.
क्या
So
कहते
those
हैं
are
hyper
some
प्रोफाइल फॉर यू
consumeristic,
उस
हाँ.
बेस पे
ways
तुम्हें
Wallet
लोन
can
माइक्रो
improve
लोन्स
your
दिए जाएंगे
interactions with the
हाँ.
physical world.
उस बेस पे
iOS
तुम्हें
26
EMI
also
एलिजिबल
brings
होगे जो
new
तुम यहाँ कह
experiences
रहे
to
हैं
your
ना
games
EMI
and the
Yes.
friends you play with. To tell you all about it, here's
ये
Anne.
गेमिंग तो भी थोड़ी बूस्ट कर रहे हैं जितना मेरे को पता है because the chips can do it but the software cannot do it. That is the problem with Apple. APIs अच्छी नहीं है इनकी.
People love playing games on iPhone.
ये Vulkan use करते हैं
With
ना ये
stunning
believe नहीं Metal
graphics
use करते हैं ये
powered by
लोग.
Apple Silicon, the App Store's huge catalog and award-winning games on Apple Arcade. It's no surprise that over
Games तो
half
अच्छी है
a
कि
billion
बस.
people play games on their iPhone. So
That
we're
one
creating
देखो
a new
जैसे ही चिंकी
destination
दिखती है तू
to
पिघल जाता है
help you
भाई.
get more out of your
What the
games.
fuck?
Jump back into what you love, find your next favorite, and have even more fun with friends. Introducing the Games app. It starts with the Home tab, where you'll see what's most relevant for your games front and center, like updates and can't miss events in games you're actively playing, and recommendations
नींद आ जाएगी मेरे को
tailored
देख
just
के.
for you. There's a dedicated tab for Apple Arcade, where subscribers can access the whole catalog and the latest updates and releases. And over on the Library tab, you can see all the games you've ever downloaded from the App Store. You can easily jump back into the games you want to continue playing, whether in portrait or landscape. And it works great with a controller, making it easy to move from one game to the other. Next, head over to the Play Together tab to see what your friends are playing, compare scores and achievements, and invite them to play. We're also making it easier to bring friends in on the fun with challenges, a new way to compete with friends in score-based showdowns. You'll find them in some of the most exciting games on the App Store, like Thronefall, where you can challenge your friends to see who can survive the most waves of enemies. And in popular Apple Arcade games like Skate City, New York, to compete on racking up the highest score in each week's featured course. And for developers, challenges are built on top of Game Center leaderboards, so single-player games can be turned into fun competitions with friends, offering even more ways
कौन ही
to
करेगा भाई
rally a
ये सब?
group, see scores in real time, crown a winner, and have a rematch. So that's the Games app, your all-in-one destination for games and playing with friends. And now, back to Craig.
We
Games
have
की
one
app
more
बना
update
दी
to
इन्होंने पूरी.
iOS we want to
Okay.
tell you about today.
पहले
And that's
arcade
our
के
Android
big
में already है
update
भाई
to
वो.
visual
हाँ
intelligence.
पहले नहीं थी.
Visual
पहले इनके
intelligence builds on
App
Apple
Store के अंदर
intelligence to help
arcade
you
में जाके फिर
explore
तुम्हें
your
सब कुछ ढूंढना
surroundings.
पड़ता था.
So you can simply press the camera control or action button to pull up ratings for a cafe you walk by, or find sneakers similar to the ones you see when you're out and about. It's the fastest
किसी
way
जूतों
to
के
learn
चुप के
about the
फोटो खींच रहा
objects
हूँ मैं.
and places around you. And now we're
Yeah,
extending visual
unnecessary है गौरव
intelligence
भाई
to your
these are
iPhone
चीजें और कुछ
screen.
नहीं है. These are just
So you can
updates
search
for
and
the
take
sake of
action
updates.
across your apps
क्योंकि इनको हर साल
using
updates
anything
निकालनी
you're
होती
viewing.
है. That is the whole reason
And
that they're
we've
doing this
designed
shit.
it so you can tap into the capability of apps from across the App Store. To give you a closer look, here's Billy.
क्यों नहीं करेंगे भाई? 8 लाख लोग देख रहे हैं उनको. देखो कितने देख रहे
Visual
हैं.
intelligence
10.
makes it faster to do more with the content on your iPhone screen. And it works automatically with any app. Say I open a social media app and I see this great jacket. I want to know where I can get something like this. I can find out with visual intelligence, and I can access it with a familiar gesture by pressing the same buttons I used to take a screenshot. Now at the top, I have screenshot controls like markup and share.
Oh
At the
wow,
bottom,
they
I
finally have
visual
Google
intelligence
Lens.
tools, like this image search button in the bottom right. I can tap here to find similar images on Google or other apps I
हजार
use
बारी कर
frequently.
चुका हूँ.
Thanks to visual intelligence, I know where to get a jacket like this.
Visual intelligence.
Let's keep scrolling. I dig this lamp. So I'll bring up visual intelligence. And now I can highlight a search for similar lamps across my most used apps, like Etsy. And when I tap on a result I like,
Okay, chats.
it
Okay.
takes me right into the app, so I can save this
If you say
lamp
so.
to my favorites. Now I want to see what else is going on. Okay, suppose I come across an event I'm interested in, and I want to add it to my calendar. Visual intelligence makes this easier than ever. Notice the add to calendar suggestion at the bottom?
ये सब चीजें गूगल पता नहीं कब से कर रहा है. That is a very common thing कि Apple सॉफ्टवेयर बहुत जल्दी कॉपी करता है. बहुत जल्दी तो नहीं, eventually कॉपी करता है गूगल का.
Easy as that. I want to show you one last example.
And then they act like कि हमने finally
If I have a
करके
question
दिखा
about
दिया.
something on my screen, like
Next
this instrument,
Android भी तो revamp हो रहा है.
I can simply tap on the Ask button in the bottom left to
उसको भी
ask
ध्यान.
ChatGPT
उसका भी Android का भी design
which
change कर.
rock songs is this instrument featured in. I love that I can jog my memory like this without jumping between apps. And there it is. Just what I wanted to know.
ये इतना सब नहीं कर सकता
Visual
है.
intelligence makes it easy for me to search across
ChatGPT
apps,
से fetch
take
कर रहेगा
action,
वो.
and
Obviously
ask
AI
questions.
Apple का AI तो नहीं कर सकता.
Now,
उन्होंने हार ही मान
back to
दी है
Craig.
मेरे ख्याल से अपने खुद के AI में.
So those are just a few
Their
examples
AI
of how
shit
visual
है.
intelligence makes it
Google का
possible
use
to
कर
do
रहे हैं
more
शायद.
with the content on your
Google और
iPhone screen.
ChatGPT पे switch कर
For
सकते हैं ना वहाँ पे.
developers, you can use App Intents to integrate search capabilities from your apps into this experience. We're also making it possible for you to search visually across your most used apps using visual intelligence with the iPhone camera. So you can simply point your iPhone when you want to search the Anthropology app for a cool item you spot at a cafe. We're excited for all the ways that visual intelligence will help you do more with what's in front of you. So that's iOS
Boys, Android is
26,
much more better.
a stunning new design. Apple Intelligence
हाँ, if
capabilities
you are in a
integrated throughout
Android
the system
ecosystem
and
तो नहीं है, but
improvements to the
if you are in an
apps
Apple
you
ecosystem,
use
Apple is
every
better,
day.
but
And it
otherwise,
includes
yeah, I
many
agree.
more
Android
features that are
as
going
an
to make
overall
your
OS
iPhone
is
experience
better.
even better. Next, I'll hand it over to David.
Apple
to tell you about
iOS
the
only works
latest
if you
on
have like
watchOS.
all everything Apple, like I do. I'm an Apple shill after all.
Apple
I like to
Watch is
suck
indispensable.
Tim Apple's dick
Whether
like
using
this.
it to stay connected with friends, track a workout, or just live a healthy life.
Right.
And with watchOS 26, we continue to push this further
मोदी जी मत
with
देखो.
enhancements to many of the features you use every day.
यही तो बोलता है मेरे को
It has the
में.
gorgeous new design with liquid glass to deliver a fresh look while maintaining
भाई यहाँ
instant
पे भी
familiarity
liquid
with
glass
watchOS.
सब में ही डाल रहे हैं भाई वो सब
It brings a
iOS
more
26
expressive
से सब
experience
में
in places like
liquid
the
glass
Smart
लेके आएंगे भाई ये लोग.
The numerals of the photos
भाई अब
space,
मेरे को लग रहा
control
है
center,
कि
in-app
liquid
navigation
glass
controls,
would be the
while
most
bringing more
trending
focus
design
to your
अभी
content.
UI UX में. तो
In
इसके
addition
बाद
to these design updates,
भाई वैसे तो डिजाइन में
watchOS
स्क्यू
now uses
मॉर्फिज्म वापस आया हुआ है,
intelligence to gain a deeper
but
understanding of you,
अब क्योंकि
correct
Apple is
exactly
doing
what you
वापस.
need,
अब
starting
ग्लास
with workout.
मॉर्फिज्म लेके आएंगे finally.
For times when you need a
5
little
to
more
6 years
inspiration,
too late.
watchOS
Glass morphism was a
introduces
very
an
old
exciting
trend,
new
but
fitness feature, Workout Buddy. With Apple Intelligence,
इनको
Workout
सब में
Buddy
बनाने
can
में इतना
motivate
time
you
लग
in
गया
a
होगा.
new and unique way based on your fitness history. Here's Stephanie to tell you all about it.
Workout Buddy is pretty incredible.
Oh
it
man.
simultaneously gathers all the data from your workout and rapidly analyzes vast amounts of your fitness history, like your paces, miles logged, activity rings closed, even your training load, to identify meaningful insights in real time. Combined
Not
with
bad,
Apple
मेरे काम
Intelligence
आएगा.
on your iPhone,
Oh,
it
fuck,
provides
man.
you with just the right encouragement.
I don't
A
have
brand
Apple
new
Intelligence on my
text-to-speech model
iPhone. Fuck you,
translates
piece
that
of shit.
encouragement into a dynamic generative voice. It's built using voice data from a Fitness Plus trainer, so it has the right energy, style, and tone for a workout. And you can choose from multiple voices.
भैया
to
मेरे
hear the
पास
one that's
iPhone
right for
है,
you.
12 है,
Let's see
तभी
it
अभी
in
तक सही
action.
चल रहा है. Problem is with the battery only. Otherwise, the
The
features
workout
are
app is
just
updated, so it's
useless in the
easier to
latest
access what you
iPhone.
need.
I personally feel like we don't
As
need so
soon as
many
you
features.
start your run,
Yeah, I agree.
Workout
मेरा भी
Buddy
15 है,
can kick off with
and I have other like I
Great
have a
job
Mac
starting your run. This is your
book कहीं
second
पे
run this week.
that I use for
You're
designing.
crushing it, closing that move ring for 6 straight days.
And
Let's
मैं
keep
सीधा
building
बता
on
देता
that
हूँ
with your run
कि
today. Fueled by some house
it doesn't
vibes
matter.
from Muramasa.
Okay, most of these
Workout
features are
Buddy will
useless.
also mark key moments.
AI features are definitely
4 miles
useless.
down.
इन्होंने पिछली बार बहुत
Your last mile was your
promote करा
fastest
था
yet,
अपना
coming in at 8 minutes
AI
and
features,
56 seconds.
and most of them
Your
are just
average
bullshit.
heart rate for that split was
They still don't work.
157 beats per minute.
And can help you celebrate accomplishments.
यहाँ पे भी चीजें announce कर रहे
Just
हैं, but
crushed
most
your
of this
100th
shit is
mile
not
for
going
running
to work.
workouts this year. Keep up the great work.
बैटरी तो चलो तब भी
After you
रिप्लेस हो
end
जाती
your
है फोन
workout,
की.
it recognizes your effort.
फीचर ब्लोट करते रहते हैं वैसे.
Fantastic run. You averaged a pace of 9 minutes and 7 seconds per mile across 6.3 miles, and your average heart rate was 153 beats per minute. Plus, You earned your first 10K run award, and that's something to really be proud of. Have a wonderful day.
ठीक है भाई,
And
gamify
that's Workout Buddy.
gamify the
It's
health.
personal and private and will be available starting in English across the most popular workout types.
Gamify नहीं, वो
matter
personal
where,
trainer बना दिया
when,
उन्होंने
or how
basically
you
ऐसे.
get your workout in, it'll
हाँ,
be
बस
the
बोलने
boost you
वाला है
need
और
to
कुछ
reach
नहीं,
the
वो
finish
will
line.
give you the
Motivational
It's
trainer
one of the most
निमित दे दिया
popular
मेरे को
apps on
कान में
Apple
एक
Watch.
gym.
So we wanted to
हाँ,
give it a
निमित दे दिया
brand
कान
new
में.
layout. Now, features like custom workout and race route are just a tap away. So you can easily create a
भाई मैं
custom
जब जिम
workout
कर रहा
with
होता
work
हूँ
and
तो
recovery
मैं तो भाई वो
intervals,
20
or
मिनट का
race against your
मोटिवेशन वाला
last
वीडियो
or best
चला देता
time
हूँ,
from your
स्पेशली
favorite
लेग
route.
लेग
वो I'm a
डे.
And there are
motherfucking
new media
champion.
features built right into these.
हाँ भाई
You
मोटिवेशन तो
can keep
मिलता
it
है
simple
भाई.
and let Apple Music choose the
Get
best
out
playlist
of your
based
bed.
on the workout you're doing and the music you love. Or instead of having Apple Music choose, you can select playlists or podcasts that are suggested based on what you've been listening to for that type of workout. So whether
That's
it's your
good. This
media
is something
or
I would like.
workout buddy, getting active has never been more inspiring. Back to David.
But वो workout buddy तो नहीं चलता मेरे phone पे क्योंकि
watchOS
Apple
also
Intelligence नहीं है
enhances
उसमें. But fuck
features
it.
like the Smart Stack, which has fundamentally changed how you interact with Apple Watch by
I've
quickly
never used Smart
identifying
Stack
what
as
matters in the
a
moment
Apple Watch user.
and prioritizing that
Where's my
information
Apple
for
Watch?
you.
Charge हो रही है.
This year, the Smart Stack improves its prediction algorithm
Right here.
by fusing
This is my
on-device
Apple
data,
Watch.
like
Never used
points of
this feature.
interest, location, and more, and trends from your daily routine, so it can accurately predict features that could be immediately useful to you.
पैर ही लेते हैं.
So when you walk into your gym for that regular morning session, a Smart Stack hint will subtly appear. And when you open the Smart Stack, a widget will be ready for you to start your workout. Or
I use
Apple
heavy.
Watch detects
उसका क्या
your
करोगे?
remote location with no connectivity, a hint will appear to start backtrack to support you while you're off the grid. We're also making Apple Watch more proactive with enhancements to notifications. You might use silent mode to avoid receiving a loud alert at an inopportune moment. Like that. But now, Apple Watch can interpret the ambient noise in your environment and automatically adjust the volume of incoming calls and notifications. Much better. And when you receive a notification that you want to address later, a new wrist flick gesture will dismiss it and take you back to your watch face. You can
Not
also
bad.
use wrist flick
Not.
to mute incoming calls, silence
That's good.
timers and alarms, or even close the Smart Stack.
That's good. I
Wrist
wanted
flick
that.
adds to the convenient gestures like double tap, and we can't wait for you to try it. For times when you do want to address a notification,
Double tap है
like
मेरे
a
वाले में
text from a
क्योंकि.
friend, the Messages app gets even better with many of the features you heard about earlier. With Apple Intelligence, live translation makes staying connected to your loved ones who speak a different language
सब
as
bullshit.
simple as raising your wrist.
चीजें लेके
Conversation
आएंगे ये.
backgrounds elevate the experience. And now, based on the context of the message, you can quickly perform new actions that are intelligently provided using machine learning, like sharing your location through Find My when someone's looking for you. We're also giving you a quick new way to capture what's important with Notes, which now comes to Apple Watch. It's perfect for when you want to save a quick note to yourself or view an existing note.
That is also
like
good.
the great TV recommendation you got from your friend. So you can get started on season 1 of Stick right away. watchOS also has new APIs for developers. The Smart Stack can intelligently show a widget for slopes when you arrive at a ski resort with improved location APIs. And now, Dark Noise can add a custom control to Control Center, so you can easily turn on a sleep soundscape without picking up your iPhone. That's what's coming to watchOS 26. A delightful new design with liquid glass, more intelligence in messages, hints for the Smart Stack, and a new wrist flick gesture. And Apple Intelligence comes to fitness with Workout Buddy. Next up, here's Justin to talk about tvOS.
Oh man, tvOS, the one thing that all 12 people use.
tvOS brings the best of
सही में
Apple
12 लोग
into your living room.
ये एक फीचर है जो
Like Apple
मैंने
TV
भी तक
Plus
नहीं खरीदा
original
हुआ
shows
एप्पल
and
का
movies,
प्रोडक्ट.
the massive
इतना
Apple
यूजलेस.
Music
भाई मत ही
catalog,
खरीदियो भाई.
and everything you love.
पैसा आग लगाने वाली बात है.
Like maybe जिस दिन मेरा टीवी बहुत पुराना हो जाए, उसका सॉफ्टवेयर खराब हो जाए, ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंडेबल. Otherwise it makes no sense.
भाई तब भी एप्पल का क्यों लेगा भाई तू?
कि भाई सब कुछ एप्पल का ये क्या फर्क पड़ता है फिर?
App icons feel more
भाई
vibrant thanks to their layered
बेकार है
design
भाई.
and new specular
उसको
highlights
भी
that
वो
bring
लगाया
depth
कि
and
घूमेगा
detail
और
to
क्या
every
बोलते
edge.
हैं. फायर स्टिक लगाएगा बेंच
Let's take a look at some of the changes coming to two of our most
फायर स्टिक की
popular
जरूरत
apps.
टीवी थोड़ी ना.
Starting with TV and how the new design
Set-top box
enhances the
होता है
Apple
ये.
TV app experience. As you settle into a
हाँ
show
तो
like your
उसपे
friends
ही
and
मैं
neighbors on
बोल
Apple
रहा हूँ,
TV
उसके
Plus,
साथ लगाएगा
you'll
टीवी पे ही
immediately
अपने.
notice how playback controls reflect the content underneath. beautifully complementing the
Fire
action
stick भी hang होता है
without
भाई.
distracting from the story.
ये तो अपने मोबाइल की
This
चिप्स यूज करते हैं ना.
unobtrusive design carries through the control center. So when you're setting a sleep timer, the video still shines through. And as you browse, you'll see a bold new look with beautiful cinematic poster art, making it fun and easy to explore all your favorite shows and movies. Of course, with Apple TV Plus, there's always something new to watch, with a fantastic lineup of originals coming. Let's take a sneak peek.
Why are you the one to tell this story? What do you see that
अब
no
मेरे को ये सब
one
म्यूट करना
else?
पड़ेगा, because obviously यहाँ पे कॉपीराइट लगता है. गाने वाने चला देंगे वो किसी चीज़ के चक्कर में, चूते का कॉपीराइट लग जाता है. बट एप्पल टीवी हैज़ गुड शोज, है ना धवन? हमने 7S देखा है, हमने साइलो देखा है.
वो तो है, अच्छे शोज हमारे.
They have good shit over there. फाउंडेशन ये भी कूल लग रहा है, साईफाई. इतना पैसा उड़ा रहे हैं ना एप्पल टीवी वाले भाई, इतने सुपर अल्ट्रा महंगे लोगों को रख रख के. कौन ही यूज़ कराएगा? Let's see.
Touchdown, everybody!
गाना चल रहा है, गाना चल रहा है, गाना चल रहा है. I cannot play that. This is a good show. स्टूडियो देखना चाहिए देखो, बाय द वे, अगर देखो थोड़ा बहुत हॉलीवुड वगैरह चीज़ों का शौक है ना, स्टूडियो इज़ अ गुड शो. ओके चैट, ओके लेट्स सी आगे क्या है. और सेवरेज तो आने में बहुत टाइम है अभी.
Absolutely killing it.
And that was just a taste. Hope y'all are ready. With so
Obviously.
much to enjoy, it's important to quickly get to the shows you love. And that's exactly what Profiles deliver. Now, you can
Oh,
set Apple
man.
TV to display profiles whenever it wakes from sleep. So everyone at home can choose their own and jump right back into the TV, sports, and music that matter most to them. And for developers, tvOS also introduces a new API for automatic sign-in, linking app logins to an Apple account. That means no more signing in across each of your Apple devices, greatly simplifying how you set up a new Apple TV. Of course, watching great shows is just one part of what makes Apple TV so powerful. Apple Music is another favorite. Whether you're relaxing to a chill playlist
Android TV पे
or
लाए
sharing
हैं
a
Apple Music ये
spotlight
लोग.
with Sing. With tvOS, singing along with Apple Music gets even better.
क्या
Your
karaoke ला रहे हैं
iPhone
क्या ये?
becomes the mic,
Obviously.
amplifying your voice through the TV with visual effects that light up the big screen.
Obviously
When
karaoke
you're with
feature ला
friends,
रहे हो वो भाई.
everyone can join in. Using their own iPhone
अरे,
to add songs to the
बैडू की
queue,
तरफ गा सकता हूँ मैं.
react with on-screen
Hey, this is a good
emojis,
feature though.
or take a turn and sing along with their favorite artists.
Now my TV is a karaoke
And
machine.
that's just some of what's coming to tvOS 26. The new design with liquid glass makes the experience more
Mute पे भाई
vibrant
तो.
and immersive. The Apple TV app adds beautiful new poster art, and Apple Music Sing is even more fun. Now, here's Craig to talk about macOS.
macOS, चलो finally macOS time boys, macOS time. That is something I would like to see. Yeah, Craig Figurini. पार्कोर करेगा क्या यहाँ पे भी?
macOS is loved by everyone from students and creatives to developers and anyone who appreciates its beautifully simple and powerful experience. This year, we're building on what you love most about macOS with a release made for all of its different users.
इस
But what should we
डब में भी
call it?
बोलेंगे ये लोग कि ये पूरा का
Well,
पूरा इन्होंने
our crack product marketing team was adamant
iPhone पे
that
शूट
they
करा था.
fully earned their annual paycheck
can tell
the
it's
moment
look
they
like.
notice that years end in 2-digit numbers. But macOS demands more. Fortunately, after carving some bodacious tracks during one of their mandatory weekly ski strategy sessions, They bumbled into their legendary microbus and let gravity guide them to a breathtaking spot where crystal clear waters meet majestic mountain peaks. They'd found it. Let me introduce you to macOS Tahoe. macOS Tahoe is all about giving you beautiful and powerful tools for the unique ways you use Mac. It includes many of the features you heard about in iOS, like backgrounds and screening tools and messages, more options in Image Playground and Genmoji, and live translation. And it introduces many more updates, taking the macOS experience to the next level, starting with a stunning new design. It elevates the iconic elements of macOS, making them at once fresh and timelessly Mac. From the moment you unlock, the desktop is instantly familiar. Widgets, the dock, and app icons have been refined with liquid glass, which also elevates the experience in your apps. Sidebars and toolbars reflect the depth of your workspace and offer a subtle hint of the content within easy reach as you scroll. This updated design doesn't just look stunning, it also enhances the macOS experience in new ways. The menu bar is now completely transparent, making your display feel larger.
Finally.
And there are more ways to customize what controls appear in the menu bar and control center, and how they're laid out. There are so many new controls to choose from. You can even add controls for your favorite Mac apps like Zoom, and iPhone apps too. We've also unlocked entirely new ways to personalize your Mac. You can change the color of your folders and add a symbol or emoji to give them a unique identity. It's fantastic for projects. Along with your personalized wallpaper and theme colors, it's easier than ever to make your Mac a seamless extension of your style. You can go for that sleek, clear look, or dial up the dark aesthetic to match your workspace. No matter what you do, this new design makes the macOS experience even more vibrant, expressive, and personal. Speaking of great new experiences, let's talk about the power of continuity. Continuity helps you work seamlessly across Apple devices, and we're excited to introduce 2 new continuity features. First, we're bringing live activities to Mac. So if you've ordered Uber Eats on your iPhone, the live activity also appears in the menu bar.
Good.
And when you click, the app opens in iPhone mirroring, so you can take action directly on your Mac. We're also enhancing the calling experience by bringing the Phone app to Mac. You can conveniently access your familiar content.
Oh, thank God,
like
I can
recents,
actually call
contacts,
people
and
on Mac
voicemail,
now.
synced from iPhone, and easily make a call with just a click. Incoming calls look beautiful on the bigger screen, featuring stunning contact posters of your friends and family. And the Phone app on Mac includes all the great updates we talked about earlier, like Hold Assist, call screening, and live translation. So that's what's new in continuity. Next, let's talk about some new features inspired by how pros work on Mac, starting with shortcuts. Here's Raja to tell you more.
Shortcuts are a nice app thing, man. Shortcuts are nice. Power users के लिए अच्छा है. I use shortcuts for a few things.
Shortcuts help people get more
Dhawan, you
done
there?
faster
You're on
every
mute.
day. They combine multiple steps from your favorite apps to create powerful personal
मैं आ रहा हूँ भाई
automations.
10 मिनट
In
में आ रहा हूँ
macOS
कॉल
कहाँ
Tahoe,
जा रहा है
you can
भाई?
run them
चलो भाई.
automatically. For example,
Guys, अगर आपको
at a
नहीं पता
specific time
धवन
of day,
की
or when you
बंदी
take
कॉल कर रही है
actions like saving a
so
file
he's
to a
gone.
folder,
No.
or connecting to a display. And with
कोई
Apple
बंदी नहीं है
Intelligence,
भाई.
we're introducing intelligent actions that let you create shortcuts that are more powerful than ever.
That's
You'll
nice.
see dedicated actions for features that you're already familiar with, like summarizing text with writing tools, or creating images with Image Playground. We've also added an incredibly powerful new action that lets you tap directly into Apple Intelligence models and provides responses that feed into the rest of your shortcut. For example, if you're a student, you can build a shortcut to compare your recording from a lecture to the notes you took and add any key points you missed. You can access Apple Intelligence models on device with private cloud compute, or you can use ChatGPT if you want to tap into its broad world knowledge and expertise. One of the quickest ways you can run shortcuts is with Spotlight, where we've got more updates to share. Spotlight has always been the central place to search for things. And now, Spotlight is getting its biggest update ever. To start, Spotlight is becoming the fastest way to browse your content on Mac. It puts your most relevant files within easy reach, including intelligent suggestions based on your routines or what you're currently working on. You can also see all your apps. And thanks to iPhone mirroring, you can even launch apps that you only have on your iPhone, like Headspace. We're also introducing system and app actions in Spotlight. You can take hundreds of actions, from creating an event to starting an audio recording, or even playing a podcast. And you can do this no matter what app you're currently working in.
क्या चल रहा है?
You can even fill out parameters for an action. Say you want to send an email.
Guys,
You
अगर
can
ये
write the
stream is
message,
longer than
set
I
the recipient,
expected.
and add a subject.
It's already been
all
1 hour.
without lifting your hands off the
If it
keyboard.
works out, we'll
Plus,
call
many
it a
more
day
items
after
for
this
the
one
app you're in
and
can
do
be
the news
accessed
tomorrow.
right from Spotlight.
There's a lot of
and
news.
For developers, these
But
are
we'll
surfaced
see.
in Spotlight automatically.
There is the whole murder case
This is
thing
great
happening.
in a
There is the
feature-rich app
whole
like Acorn.
what do you call it?
To make taking
LA
action in
riots.
Spotlight
That is
even
also big
faster,
news.
We're introducing
आज
quick
नहीं होता
keys.
उसका हम कल cover
These are
करेंगे.
short strings of characters that get you right to
बस
what
अभी
you're looking for.
macOS पे पहुंचे.
For instance, sending a message can be done by simply typing SM. And adding a new reminder can be done by typing AR, and then just typing the reminder. Quick keys are automatically provided for system and app actions you've taken. Now, I want to show you how I use Spotlight to get things done fast. I'll type Command Space to bring up Spotlight and search for a document where I've been working on.
Command Space is the shortcut for Spotlight.
Searching in Spotlight is better than ever.
मैं
All
4 साल
the
से use कर
types
रहा हूँ,
are
मेरे को नहीं
listed
पता था.
together, intelligently ranked by relevance to me. And I can filter results if needed too. Let's open this. I have an image I copied
भाई
to my
कौन
clipboard.
use करता है भाई
Let me
Apple
paste
का
that in.
presentation?
Great. Next, quick resize. Looks good. But maybe this would look better without the background. Spotlight makes it so easy to take action from the keyboard. I'll search for background removal. And there's the Pages menu item. I'll just hit return. There we go. Let me quickly adjust where it sits. Cool.
Auto layout
There's a
अच्छी है
chart that I
भाई.
copied earlier today that I want to bring in here too. What's great is that with macOS Tahoe, I can now use Spotlight to get to my clipboard history. Here it is, on the right. This is super helpful to get back to an image, some text, or a link I copied earlier in the day. There's the chart I had in mind. I'll hit return and bring it into my dock. And let's just resize that and bring it into the corner. Perfect. This is coming together, but it could use a better tagline. I've got a shortcut I've built for moments like this. I can run it from Spotlight. And I can get to it even faster with the quick key I've assigned to it. CT for Create Taglines. Spotlight is now contextually aware and suggests using the document I'm currently working in. The shortcut then takes that
Man,
document,
that's a
taps
lot
into
of
Apple
things that you have to
intelligence
set up.
models,
Power
and gives me
users, pro
fresh
users के लिए
ideas.
अच्छा है ये.
Check it out.
But this is for like
Maybe.
in terms of Apple users, this is
Okay,
like for
that one's
1% of the
great.
people.
I'll just hit return to add that in.
Not even 1.1%
Now
का
that this
feature
is
है.
in great shape, I want to add it to the freeform board where my team and I organize our big ideas. I'll search for that board in Spotlight. Spotlight knows I add docs to this ideas board regularly, so it actually offers that as an action. Right here. It's all ready to go with the document queued up and everything. Awesome. There it is with all the edits I just made. I'll just move it over here with my favorite concepts. The team is going to have fun with this one. So that's a glimpse
बंदे
at
की
how
आवाज़ अच्छी है
Spotlight and shortcuts power up my workflow. And for developers, you can make your app's content and actions discoverable in Spotlight and available for use in shortcuts using the App Intents API. Now, back to Craig.
From design to continuity and productivity,
Gaming time, gaming.
macOS Tahoe
It's
delivers
time for
great
gamers.
updates across the board.
Gamers like
It
us.
also levels up the gaming experience, starting with the new Games app, which brings together all the games you have on Mac. And when you're in the game, a click on a controller brings up the new Game Overlay, where you can adjust the system settings that matter most mid-game, chat with friends, or invite them to play. And for developers, macOS
that game
Tahoe
looks like shit.
introduces Metal 4, which brings next-generation rendering technologies to games, like frame interpolation, denoising, and more. Alongside these improvements, there's a growing catalog of incredible titles. So many games have recently arrived, and there are even more on the way.
Are they
Like
though?
Crimson Desert from Pearl Abyss,
Man, the
which takes
graphics look
advantage
so
of
bad
Apple
on Mac.
Silicon to deliver incredible visuals and dynamic effects, providing a breathtaking open world with immersive
इतनी ज़्यादा
details.
artifacting है पूरे
Or
game में.
Inzoi, which brings new life to player-driven storytelling with deep customization and gorgeous
Is that
visuals.
Sims?
Apple Silicon and Metal FX make every character and light source feel vivid
Is that
and
IRL
real,
Sims?
while the Neural Engine delivers exceptional performance for AI models. You can pre-order Inzoi on Mac starting today, and it will be available later this year alongside consoles and PCs. So that's what's new with gaming on Mac. And that wraps up macOS Tahoe, a stunningly powerful release.
Oh,
It
thank God.
introduces a gorgeous new design,
Yeah, I agree. Cute
delightful
game, it is.
continuity experiences, along with great features to turbocharge your productivity. Next, to tell you all about what's coming in visionOS, here's Mike.
Finally, the last thing I think. नहीं iPadOS भी तो बचा है. Oh God.
Just last year, we
iPadOS
delivered
भी बचा है
Apple
इसके
Vision
बाद.
Pro, a revolutionary spatial computer that seamlessly blends digital content with the physical world. Consumers
Oh
and
my God,
enterprises
about this
alike
one, man.
love Vision Pro because it unlocks experiences that just weren't possible before. This year, we're introducing an expansive update to visionOS. visionOS 26 is
Two
packed
series
with
26 पे गया
groundbreaking
है ये.
spatial experiences, powerful features for enterprise, expanded input with new spatial accessories, and exciting
To
spatial
kiss
content
your
to enjoy. And this is in addition to
I'm
Apple
not. I have
Intelligence
no clue what
features
you're saying, buddy.
introduced
But
today,
okay.
like updates to Image Playground, new supported languages, and more. Let's start with some of the amazing new spatial experiences coming to visionOS, like widgets. Users love widgets. They offer personalized and useful information at a glance. In visionOS, they become spatial, integrating seamlessly into your space. And they are persistent, staying right where you place them. They're also customizable. Frame width, color, and depth can all be personalized to your liking. visionOS now has beautiful
For
new
all the
widgets
10
like
people who
clock
use
with
visionOS,
distinctive and
this will be a
exquisitely
groundbreaking
detailed
feature
clock
for you
face
guys.
designs. Weather that adapts to today's forecast. Music for
50
quick
degree-
access
अच्छा,
to your favorite
Fahrenheit है.
tunes, and photos, which can transform a stunning panorama into a window to another time or place. All these and more can be found in the new Widgets app, including ones from your favorite compatible apps. And developers can create widgets for their apps too. visionOS will also remember where you put your apps, so you can arrange your space with digital content that will be there every time you put on Vision Pro, even if you restart it. Earlier, iOS introduced us to spatial scenes, and they're also coming to visionOS. Here's Haley to tell you about it.
Last year, we
Man,
made
iOS
it
is
easy
so
to
boring.
add
Let's see
natural
Twitter पे
looking
क्या चल रहा
depth
है.
to your 2D photos. With
Let's just see
visionOS
Twitter पे क्या चल रहा है,
26,
boys. जब
we're
तक ये
making
बातें
your
हो रही हैं.
memories feel even more realistic. It uses a new AI algorithm that leverages computational depth to create multiple perspectives from your 2D photos, making the images more lifelike. These spatial scenes feel as if you could lean right into them and look around. We can't wait for you to try this out in the Photos app. You can also view these in the new Spatial Gallery app, where you can explore fresh and exciting content curated by Apple. Spatial scenes will make your web browsing experience more engaging too. Simply select spatial browsing to transform supported articles, hiding distractions and revealing inline photos that come alive as you scroll. And developers like Zillow can add them into their own apps for more lifelike experiences too. Some of the best experiences on Vision Pro are shared with others. So to make sharing even better, we're making big changes to personas. We first released personas as a beta feature that represents you when you're on a video call. With visionOS 26, personas will undergo a dramatic transformation.
Oh,
and
finally
more
they look
realistically
better.
Represent you. These enhancements are striking. Hair, lashes, complexion all look remarkably accurate, making your
Finally
persona
they
feel
don't look
more
terrifying
natural
like
and
before.
familiar. And they're still created on device in a matter of seconds. Today, personas let you connect with others who are located remotely. But what if you want to share that same Vision Pro experience with someone who's in the room with you? Now, you and your friends can watch the latest movie or play a spatial game together. And this will be great for enterprise, where users can collaborate using apps like 3D Live from Dassault System to visualize 3D designs in person and with
What the
remote
fuck?
colleagues.
उसका hand कितना बड़ा था भाई?
To tell you about even more enterprise features, back to Mike.
Hundreds of companies worldwide use Vision Pro's unique hardware and software to supercharge their workflows for design, training, sales, and more. With visionOS 26, organizations can easily share a common pool of devices among team members. And you can securely save your eye and hand data, vision prescription, and accessibility settings to your iPhone, so you can quickly start to use a shared team device or a friend's Vision Pro.
Because no one else was using it.
We're also adding more APIs so enterprises can create revolutionary apps only possible on visionOS. For instance, the new Protected Content API. It's literally a for your eyes only mode, ensuring that only people who've been granted access can see confidential materials like medical records or business forecasts. We're also expanding how you can interact with content and experiences by introducing support for spatial accessories that enable input in 6 degrees of freedom. We're excited to share Logitech Muse, built for Vision Pro, which unlocks entirely new creative workflows.
Wow,
Logitech
amazing.
Muse will let you draw and collaborate in 3 dimensions with precision in apps like Spatial Analog.
If only there was a pencil that Apple made that is very pro and could have been used with the Vision, right? They have a very pro pencil.
Like Pickle Pro can take advantage of the full motion tracking performance for more engaging gameplay. Of course, people aren't just working and playing in Vision Pro, they also love watching spatial content. Like Apple Immersive Video, which puts you at the heart of the most exciting stories, events, and adventures with unmatched realism. And with visionOS 26, we're enabling more ways to produce great new content, like the brand new Adobe app for visionOS, powered by Premiere, that will let you edit and preview spatial video directly in
Hello, how are you
Vision Pro.
doing?
Many people
Awesome,
have
कैसा है वहाँ पे?
extensive libraries of exciting action videos, but playing them on traditional 2D displays makes them appear flat and distorted. To solve this, we've partnered with GoPro, Insta360, and Canon to support native playback of 180, 360, and wide field of view video on visionOS. You can now relive these awesome moments like you're there all over again. And web developers can embed 3D objects directly into their pages so you can see them in line with depth and dimension and pull them right into your space for a closer look. This, combined with spatial browsing, marks the beginning of the spatial web. And there are many other new features we think you'll love, like a spectacular new Jupiter environment.
Fine, Mosam. Good, good, good.
Standing on the moon Amalthea, you'll be able to speed up time to watch enormous storms swirl across the gas giant as sunlight breaks across its surface. And that's visionOS 26, a huge release that delivers more spatial experiences than ever before. New ways
सही है
to
मौसम,
stay
मजे करो,
connected with
घूमो
Vision
आराम
Pro
से।
users near
दिल्ली में
and
भीषण
far,
गर्मी है
and
मॉम,
big opportunities for enterprises,
अत्यंत लेवल
developers,
गर्मी,
and
लाइक
creators to deliver
ऐसा लग रहा है कि
groundbreaking
50 डिग्री में
features
घूम
and
रहे हो. It's
content.
40-41 but
Now
एकदम
here's
कड़ाके वाली
Craig to
धूप,
tell you about what's
full
coming
लू.
in iPadOS.
It's just horrible temperature यहाँ पे, horrible.
iPadOS 26 is a giant release. It starts with a beautiful new design, making your entire experience more delightful. From the lock screen,
मोदी जी
the
को
new
मैं उधर
time
डालूं तो क्या
layout,
होगा?
to the home screen with redesigned app icons and widgets, to apps like Apple TV, where there's even more focus on your content. And with Apple Intelligence integrated across iPadOS, you can communicate seamlessly across language barriers with live translation and tap into Apple Intelligence to supercharge your shortcuts.
This also
There are
works.
also many other
थोड़े
features you heard
imposing नहीं
about
लग
on
रहे हैं मोदी
iOS and
जी.
macOS that are great for everyone who uses iPad, including messages with polls and enhanced group
He's
chats.
subtle in the
The new
background a
phone
little
app,
bit now.
which lets
मेरे
you
पे ज़्यादा
make and
focus
take
है, which is
calls,
okay. That is
and
what
the
I want.
brand new Games
Focus
app
on
for
me.
all your games and the friends you play with. And all these amazing features are only the start. Over the years, we've pushed the limits of how portable, powerful,
Yeah, so I was saying
and
दिल्ली में
versatile
बहुत गर्मी है,
iPad can be.
बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी है.
And it's empowered customers around the world, whether they're just
It's
trying to
just too
escape
much.
with some me time on the couch or using iPad as a canvas to imagine their next big endeavor. So many people feel deeply connected to iPad, and some want to do even more with it. So this year, we're continuing to push the capabilities of iPadOS even further by focusing on improving multitasking and how you work with files and audio and video. Let's get started with multitasking, where
Finally.
we're taking a huge leap forward. This is what you've all been waiting for, a new windowing system on iPad.
Yes.
It's designed for the unique qualities of iPad and delivers on what
Yes.
users are asking for with a collection of powerful features that help you
Just
control,
put macOS on
arrange,
it,
and
man.
switch
Just
between
put
your windows.
macOS.
And we think it's pretty great. To show it to you, here's Cindy.
Just put fucking macOS on iPad.
This re-architected and redesigned
पॉलिटिक्स में
windowing
कुछ नहीं
system
चल
maintains
रहा,
the
कहते हैं
simplicity
एलए
of
का ही चल
iPad.
रहा है. इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में तो
When I
कुछ नहीं
first
है.
open an app, it
एक
shows
बस
up
यही
full
न्यूज़ है कि
screen.
एक बीवी ने अपने
I can swipe
हस्बैंड को
home
10 साल
and open another,
10 साल कह रहा
and
10
it's
दिन
still
शादी
full
के बाद
screen.
मार दिया.
So if this is how you
So
like to
that
use
is a
iPad,
news.
it's just as simple as ever.
But
now I
we'll
also
see.
have this grab handle in the bottom right to fluidly resize apps into
उसका क्या
windows.
जाता है, क्या क्या
If
होगा
I
उसका?
previously
Let's see क्या
resized
होता है उसके
apps,
साथ.
when I open them again, they open back in the exact same size.
I'll cover
and
that news
position,
tomorrow probably.
and I can place them just where I want them. This is designed to work great with touch or with a trackpad. And now I also have a pointer that's more precise and responsive. When I use it to hover over these new buttons in the top left, they expand into familiar controls. I can use these to close or minimize my windows. And a tap on their app icon brings them right back. Another way I can arrange my windows is with tiling. Since this is designed for the unique qualities of iPad, I can simply flick windows towards the edges to tile. It's so fluid and makes arranging my windows super easy. There's even a little grabber here to resize both at the same time. If I click and hold on
I
my
don't
window
mind in coming
controls,
back to this,
I'll
but
see
now
even
it's
more
ancient
tiling
trend.
options. Let's
Also,
choose
the
borders.
design style causes more issues than
With this
anything else.
re-architected windowing
Windows
system,
Vista
I
did
also
something
have the
similar,
power to
if you
open
remember.
even more windows. And if I need an app that's not in my dock, I can simply swipe home to peek at my home screen. Tapping an app opens it, along with all my previous windows. To quickly see all my open windows, I now have Expose. With a swipe up from the bottom and hold, my windows spread out, and a tap brings the one I need to the front. If I need to make space or focus in on one app, I just swipe home, and another swipe up minimizes everything. So now when I open an app, it opens by itself, and I can start fresh, making it easy to always get back to the distinct simplicity of iPad. Sometimes you need a way to see and access all the features of an app, so we're also adding a menu bar on iPad. It's always available from the top of the screen. It's arranged to be familiar, with clear, labeled options, and it's a great way to find the features you need quickly. And that's a quick look at the menu bar and how windowing works in iPadOS 26. Back to you, Craig.
Wow. More windows, a pointier pointer, and a menu bar? Who would have thought? We've truly pulled off a mind-blowing release. And this isn't just great on iPad Pro and iPad Air. The new windowing architecture has enabled us to bring it to every iPad that runs iPadOS 26, including iPad and iPad mini.
Thank God.
It also works great with Stage Manager and on external displays. It's a massive update to the way you work with multiple
just to
apps
make
at
a
once on
macOS
iPad.
on
Now,
iPad, man.
to tell you about some other updates, here's Tona.
Just put macOS on iPad.
Let's talk about files. When you're working on more complex projects, like creating a website, editing a lot of photos, or designing a presentation, you're often handling lots of files across lots of apps. To make this easier, we have a set of enhancements for managing, accessing, and editing your files. First up, we're supercharging the Files app. It now includes features like an updated list view to see more details in resizable columns and collapsible folders. It also gets the same folder customization options as macOS, with custom colors and icons that sync across devices, making it easy to spot the one you're looking for.
You can change icons on folders and colors?
Open a file with and set it as the default, like picking Photoshop, Visco, or Darkroom for opening
अर्पित अगर ये बातें तो
For easier access to your files, you can now put folders in the dock. Simply drag any folder from the Files app right into the dock. When you tap on one, it fans out, showing the files inside. Perfect for getting to your downloads, most recent documents, or a favorite folder, no matter what app you're in. And it's easy to drag in and out of your folders too. Now, one type of file you might be opening is a PDF. And to help you with that, we're bringing a beloved app from macOS to iPadOS, Preview. Preview is a dedicated app to view and edit your PDFs with powerful tools like Apple Pencil markup and autofill, making it easy to access, annotate, fill in, or highlight. And it also includes familiar tools to edit images and export them in a variety of different formats and sizes. With the updated Files app, folders in the dock, and Preview, it's never been easier to work with files in iPadOS. This year, we're also enabling more complex workflows for working with audio and video.
News यार I think मैं कल ही करूँगा गौरव भाई. There's
Content creators
not
wanna
much
have
time
control
left
over their
for
setup,
this, and
including the
news में
accessories
at least
that
एक
give them
घंटा
the
और
best
लगेगा,
quality, like
and I have
high-end
to do
microphones.
stuff tomorrow.
To
So
help
I'll
easily
probably
specify which
do news
microphone to use,
definitely पक्का
we added an
110%
audio
news will
input
be
selector.
tomorrow. There's a lot of
It
news,
can even be used to choose a different one.
so it will
for
be a
each
long
app.
stream.
This applies to the web as well.
So news will be
creators can
tomorrow,
use their
buddy.
favorite sites, like Alitu, to capture audio with the microphone best suited for the job. Audio can be made even better by blocking ambient
I wish I
sounds
could
while
do
recording.
longer, but मेरी
So,
live
we're
streams
making
usually
voice
go
isolation available no
100%
matter
dead
what
by
app
the
is being
time.
used, keeping voices clear and crisp. For even more convenience, creators can now record studio quality vocals directly with AirPods, thanks to improved tonal balance and timbre to authentically represent the texture of your voice, making AirPods a great choice for producing content. And to make recording from a distance even easier, creators can use AirPods to start and stop video recording with a simple press and hold. We've also made something for all you podcasters out there who record using video calls. Local Capture lets you produce amazing content with high-quality recordings right from iPad. It works with any of your favorite video conferencing apps. Just turn it on in Control Center, and your own local high-quality audio and video are captured on your iPad. Echo cancellation of other participants' audio keeps your voice front and center, so you get a clear recording of your side of the call. Once it's over, everyone who used Local Capture can easily share their own audio and video files, letting you produce an interview or podcast with the clearest recordings gathered from every source. Next, when it's time to edit and export your content, we're making that even easier by enabling background tasks on iPad. With the incredible power of Apple Silicon, iPad can run long-running and computationally heavy tasks in the background.
Almost as if
So,
it's a
if you start an
MacBook
extended
but
process,
without a
like an export,
keyboard and a
and switch
touch
to another app,
screen.
the task will continue to run. Background tasks show up as live activities,
Just
so you
put
always know what's running,
macOS on
and you
iPad,
always
man.
have full control.
Just do
And for
it.
developers, apps like Shaper 3D and DaVinci Resolve will be able to take advantage of the same continuous processing with an updated Background Tasks API. Combined with updates for controlling your audio input and capturing high-quality content, these improvements will make Creative Pros even more effective.
कल लेना update.
Back to you,
कल
Craig.
there'll be updates on a lot of topics.
With accelerated workflows for working with audio
We'll
and
give you a
video,
lot of news.
huge
मैं
improvements
को
to
बना
working
देना
with
अपना
files,
अर्नब गोस्वामी
and
आपके
the
टाइमिंग के लिए
biggest
बेस्ट हूँ मैं.
update to windowing on iPad ever, this
10 से
release of
12
iPadOS is a
सिद्धार्थ
game
शर्मा का
changer.
शो.
We couldn't be more excited for you to try it. And
I'll
there's
give you
even
all
more
the
that we didn't
updates.
have time
LA
to
में
cover
दंगे
today,
हो गए.
like advanced 3D
क्या कहते
graphing
हैं
capabilities in
यहाँ पे
math
मर्डर
nodes,
सीन हो
a
गया.
new read
सब कुछ
pen
हो गया.
for a traditional calligraphy experience, and the Journal app, which comes to iPad with Apple Pencil support. So that's
Finally, I can
iPadOS
actually do
26,
journaling.
with a new design, even more features powered by Apple Intelligence, and a giant leap forward in productivity. It takes iPad's unique capabilities even further. This is the biggest iPadOS release ever. So those are the updates to our software platforms, with so many helpful features to enhance your daily activities. And as you saw throughout today's presentation, with Apple Intelligence, our platforms are more powerful and more useful than ever. We're continuing to integrate Apple Intelligence across our ecosystem with so many new features that are right where you need them in the apps you use every day. Whether you're communicating across languages with live translation, exploring the content of any app with visual intelligence, feeling motivated during a run with Workout Buddy, accelerating your workflows with powerful shortcuts, and more. These brand new Apple Intelligence features continue to elevate your iPhone, Apple Watch, Apple Vision Pro, Mac, and iPad with intelligence that is most helpful and relevant for you. And as you've seen, in addition to everything in these releases for our users, it's also a huge year for developers. The Foundation Models framework allows developers to use our models and get responses in plain text or as structured Swift data. App intents allow developers to connect their app's content
reacts.
and
I
capabilities
don't like this
throughout
shit
the system,
at all.
including the new shortcuts and visual intelligence experiences. And there's much more to discover
I
in
think
our
they're over.
SDKs.
1.5
Like
घंटा
the
कर लिया
latest
इन्होंने भाई.
improvements to Swift, which make it
1-2
easier
मिनट
than
ही
ever
बचे
to
हैं
write code that's safe and efficient. Or the new APIs in Swift UI, helping developers build modern user interfaces across all Apple platforms. Of course, this year, one of the most important updates for developers is the new design with Liquid Glass. It lets developers reimagine how their apps look and feel, making every user interaction even more intuitive and delightful. To dive deeper, we have dedicated sessions and opportunities to engage with Apple engineers and designers over the course of this week. We also have exciting updates for our tools, like the new Icon Composer app. Icon Composer helps developers and designers create layered icons that look stunning in light, dark, tinted, and all clear look, visualizing how light interacts with Liquid Glass. And we're bringing more generative intelligence to Xcode. Predictive code completion gets more accurate, using larger context from your code. And we've expanded our vision for Swift Assist, where developers interact with code using natural language directly in Xcode. Developers can now
bullshit. There is a lot of bullshit happening, boys. I'll be honest. There is nothing of interest left in this Apple ka कहते हैं. They're just talking about blah 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 coding and dev shit. I don't give a fuck about coding and dev shit. Show me pretty shit. I think इससे अलावा इनको और कुछ पता नहीं, because again it's a worldwide developer conference. Said, what were you expecting? What were you expecting from them? Oh, एक second. He's back.
What a
Good
big
morning,
day
Tim
of
Apple is back.
announcements for our users and developers. We continue to advance each of our platforms with more ways
Hello,
to
Shaban,
harness
how are you
the
doing?
power of Apple Intelligence, as well as a beautiful new
इसके अलावा
design.
कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, I
Our
think
product
यहाँ पे.
experiences become even more seamless and enjoyable. We're excited
do I
to
have
see
so
how
many viewers?
developers
Hello,
will
viewers,
bring
how you
these
doing?
updates and this new design language to their apps. Our new OS releases will be available as developer betas today, with a public beta coming next month. And they will
I
be
see.
available to all users this fall. Thank you to all of our developers for continuing to change the world with the apps you create.
Just when I was
And thanks
thinking
to
of
everyone for
bullshit was
joining us
happening and
today. We've got a big week ahead of us. Let's go have a great WWDC.
हो गया खत्म भाई, खत्म एप्पल का बुलशिट खत्म. All that bullshit that was done by क्या कहते हैं, I don't know what you're saying. C drama website, A drama, C drama website. I don't know, buddy. But nice having you, Shawan, over here. I hope you like your Korean drama. I think this is what you do, right? Nice to meet you. हम कोरियन ड्रामा नहीं करते, बट हम पॉलिटिकल ड्रामा करते हैं यहाँ पे. एज यू कैन सी वी हैव मोदी जी ओवर हियर विद अस, so we are a different kind of drama. So yeah, that's the thing. We'll see. राशिका मंडाना क्यों ट्रेंड कर रही है भाई? Okay, for all the wrong reasons she is trending. Got it. ये मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा. I'll see all these news probably tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. Okay. Okay, what else? What else? What else, chat? What else? The light camera action, क्योंकि क्या वो मर्डर केस के चक्कर में चल रही है क्या चीज़ है? उत्तर प्रदेश is a wild country, भाई. It's just a wild country. It's literally a country on its own. क्या हो रहा है भाई आजकल? थार ओनर्स पिटाई, अलग अलग शिट हो रही है भाई, अलग अलग शिट हो रही है. Let's see, chat. I think we are done for the day. Unless people want to talk. Is there anything you want to talk, boys? Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Should we call it a day, chat? It's 12 in the night. It's a long day. Gaurav, are you gone? I think you are gone, buddy, right? Okay. Okay, chat. Okay, I think it's time for us to call it a day. And on that note, chat, I think it's time कि हम आज के लिए अपना को टाटा बाय बाय अलविदा कर दे. हम कल वापस आएंगे. कल it will be a different kind of reaction, I would say. Tomorrow we'll be talking about probably politics, news and other stuff. आज भी वो प्लान था, but Apple event is longer than I was expecting it to be. But that's fine, I guess. It went for like what, 1.5 hours? 10:30 बजे शुरू हुआ था. Yes, 1.5 hours. And it's way longer than I expected it to be. So I think it's time for us to call it a night. I have to work tomorrow, so that is the whole thing. And अगर आपने मेरे प्रिय मित्र मोदी जी का इंट्रो नहीं देखा है हमारी स्ट्रीम में, जहाँ पे यहाँ पे पहले विक्रम जी खड़े हुआ करते थे, आज मोदी जी हमारे साथ. So do watch that. It's on a reel. You can watch it. And I believe you'll love it. Bye bye mom. Bye bye. Love you all. मज़े करो वहाँ पे. घूमो आराम से. घूमो फिरो. मज़े करो. And yeah. And on that note, bye bye. Tata. See ya. See ya boys. See ya. See you guys tomorrow with a lot of news. A lot of shit has been happening. We'll talk about LA riots. We'll talk about the UP murder case and all that shit that has happened. And yeah, bye bye. Tata.